live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I'm A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, thank you so much for coming in and watching us. Today is, of course, Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, March 28th, 2026. The show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with the year 37. Roman Emperor Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, better known as Caligula, which means little soldier's boots, accepted the titles of the Principate entitled to him by the Senate. Alright. 137, Roman Emperor Pertinax was assassinated by his Praetorian guards, who then sold the throne in an auction to Didius Julianus. Didius? Really? Really? That name had to be... He had to be called Didius. I mean, like the diddler, you know, the Diddy list. What's going on today? You know, P. Diddy?
Oh,
Sean
okay.
Diddy Combs?
Oh, okay.
You know, this guy had to buy the friggin' throne. His name is Didius. Like, what the hell? 519, Pope Hormisdas reunited the Eastern and Western Church, ending the Achaean Schism in a ceremony in the Cathedral of Constantinople. And it's telling me to image search this, so I'm going to do such a thing there. Let's see. Images. Oh, yes. Reading. Let's see here. Open image in new tab. Is this going to give me... Here we go. Hormisdas, Roman Catholic Pope from 514 to 523, successor to Saint Symmachus. One of the great achievements was the ending of the Achaean Schism, which had divided the Eastern and Western churches since 484. The church in Constantinople was reunited to Rome in 519 as a result of the confession called the Formula of Hormisdas. Feast day, August 6, Martyrs of Cardinia, Roman Catholic Benedictine monks in the monastery of Cardinia, Spain, under Abbot Stephen. More than 200 monks here were put to death by the Muslim Arabs during the conquest of the Spanish peninsula. Feast day is celebrated on August 6th. So that's, whoa, we have some decapitations going on here. So that's...
Muslims killed a lot of religious folks.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's very few people more hateful than those who follow the religion of peace. So, just saying. 1065, the Great German Pilgrimage, which had been under attack by Bedouin bandits for 3 days, was rescued by the Fatimid governor of Ramla. Alright. 1535, Bloemenkamp Abbey, Odilgoslar, was attacked and destroyed in Friesland. That doesn't sound good. 1556, the origin of the Fasli era in India. Alright. No idea. You know what? What is the
I have no idea.
I'm going to look this up here really quick. I just want to know. Because I don't know much about Indian histories. Fasli calendar or Fasli era is a harvest-based calendar system that was used across South Asia, but today is mainly used in Deccan. It was the official calendar of Hyderabad Deccan. The Deccani Fasli calendar began in October, marking the first of Azur. A Fasli year means a period of 12 months from July to June. Oh, all right. Well, if you want to learn more about the Fasli calendar, I'm going to add this in the underbar section. Fasli calendar. Look for this in the underbar section. You know, the description below. After the live stream, that's when the link will be down there. Moving on up to 1566 as well, foundation stone was laid for the new city of La Valletta in Malta by the Knights Hospitaller Grand Master Jean de Valette. Alright, that's cool. He was a Grand Master of the Sovereign Military Order of Malta. 1738, Parliament sent an address to the king requesting that he demanded redress from Spain, something involving the War of Jenkins' Ear. I'm not sure if this is, you know, the beginning, near the end, somewhere in the middle. The cause of it, the ending of it. So, no idea.
Redress means to not surrender, but capitulate or something? I don't know what redress means.
Redress. Well, let me see here. I mean, like back in theater class, redress just meant a costume change. Remedy or set right, or set upright again. A noun, remedy or compensation for a wrong or grievance. Okay, so they were told, our Parliament sent an address to the king. So I guess the English Parliament is requesting the king to, like,
make good
to Spain, probably because of the War of the Jenkins Ear. Actually,
definitely because of that. Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, would this be the cause of the War of the Jenkins Ear? You know, would the king be like, you know what, fuck you, we're going to war with Spain, how about that? You
No,
know?
I think he needs a redress because of the war.
Maybe. 1774, Britain passed a coercive act against Massachusetts. I don't like the sound of that. Let's see here. It was part of the Intolerable Acts. So, let's see here. Coercive. Control Z? No. Alt Z? No. Control Shift Z? I don't remember. There used to be a way to open up a little search bar, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to just add this into here. What was that again? That was the coercive acts. It's somewhere in this wiki if you want to look it up and let us know specifically what the coercive act did. Leave a comment. Moving on up here, 1794, the Louvre opened to the public, although officially open since August.
Wow, it goes back to the late 1700s.
Yeah, well, like it used to be a palace and everything.
Yeah,
and
I know.
And then eventually,
where you go down in the museum part, it was actually a small part of the whole thing.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, and I think this is intentional, but we will be talking about the Louvre again far later on, though. 1795, the Duchy of Courland, a northern fief of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, ceased to exist and became part of Imperial Russia during the partitions of Poland. So here we go again, Poland doing, or people doing stuff to Poland all the time. 1796, Bethel African Methodist Church in Philadelphia was the first U.S. African church. Cool. 1797, Nathaniel Briggs of New Hampshire patented a washing machine. And I, of course, had to make a joke saying, oh, he invented women? But no, if you look at the actual, it comes with a woman, so I'm not the only one being horrible with my comedy. But in all actuality, it was this one here. I believe this is the image that I actually used. Speaking of which, here's a Louvre. So this is when it was open, and here is a washing machine I used in New Hampshire. Okay. But look at all the mangles. Like you had multiple rinse buckets. That's a complex system right there.
By the way, the Louvre, which you just had a picture of.
Yes.
The actual Louvre that you go into, which is the museum, has now a glass pyramid over it, which does not fit. But you actually go down in the ground underneath. So you don't go into those buildings. Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah.
I told you we're going to be talking about the Louvre again.
Yeah.
Well, now you know why we're going to be talking about it.
So I jumped the gun.
Yep. 1799, New York State abolished slavery. Good. 1802, Wilhelm Olbers discovered 2 Pallas, the second known asteroid, known to man ever to be discovered. It's telling me to image search this, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, no, I agree, that pyramid section of the Louvre, personally, I hope that they get rid of it.
It's been there, they'll never get rid of it now.
Well,
it's been there too long.
It just doesn't fit. The Eiffel Tower at least is made of metal, and it kind of fits in with the rest of the area, but then
the Eiffel Tower fits. Of course, it has plenty of time. It's been there. It's now, without it, it'd be weird.
Yeah. Well, initially it was set to just, be a temporary thing. Yeah, here we go. On this day in 1802, Pallas was discovered by Heinrich Wilhelm. Along with other asteroids such as Juno and Vesta, it was discovered between Mars and Jupiter and classified as a minor planet. Pallas is the 3rd largest object in the asteroid belt and was dubbed the golf ball asteroid because of its heavily cratered surface. And this is what it looked like. So it looks like a golf ball in low resolution.
I wonder what the size that is compared to Jupiter.
Oh, it's on a planet.
I know.
Yeah, very small. You probably wouldn't even see it. If you had Jupiter in one picture, you probably wouldn't even see it. It's that small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, these are asteroids. They're small things.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds like they're trying to make it a planet at one time.
Well, no, it was considered a planet. That's why I said if we consider Pluto a planet, then we have to have 25 planets in the solar system instead of 8, or 8.5. This stupid fan is dying. 1804, Ohio passed a law restricting the movement of blacks. That's terrible. 1809, the Battle of Medellin, Peninsular War. French forces under Marshal Claude Victor defeated the Spanish under General Gregorio Garcia de la Cuesta, killing or wounded 8,000 Spanish soldiers and opening the way to southern Spain. Dang. 1830, Japanese Prince Diponegoro, leader of resistance against Dutch colonial rule, was arrested by Dutch authorities during peace negotiations. Wow, talk about a bait and switch.
Yeah.
They got him there for peace negotiation, then you just arrested him. That sounds terrible. 1834, U.S. Senate censors, or censored, like not like censorship, but like money censor. President Andrew Jackson for taking federal deposits from Bank of U.S. So like a money censor, or like if I'm using the right word, or
No, censors mean they scolded him.
oh, okay. I thought it was like
No.
what's the word when when the IRS takes a look at you? Like, isn't it a censure?
No.
Or
No.
what is it?
I'm trying to think of the word you're looking for.
Hold on, I know it's in Young Sheldon. Hold on a second. Young Sheldon IRS. Why is that in all caps? Sheldon Young. What's the word though? Audit. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Audit. Okay, that's not censure at all. 1842, the first concert of the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by Otto Nicolai. That's pretty cool. 1845, Mexico dropped diplomatic relations with the U.S. I wonder why. 1854, Great Britain and France declared war on Russia, expanding the Crimean War. Yep. 1862, American Civil War. In the Battle of Glorieta Pass, Union forces stopped the Confederate invasion of the New Mexico Territory. The battle had begun 2 days prior on March 26. So they were trying to invade into territories.
Yeah.
Outright. 1866, the first ambulance went into service. It's telling me to image search this. And oh yeah, here's an image of that. It's a better, higher resolution image of that small planet. Or the asteroid thing.
Asteroid, yeah.
This is an image of that of the ambulance.
Oh, okay.
So that's the first image I found. If we go to COSIA and look up this image search, that article right there, that's the image I had.
Yeah.
But right here we have it's still gonna be a little bit small, but there's actually a little cross here, and it says ambulance or something on the side here. So that's a legit actual ambulance. So, and of course World War II ambulance right there.
Yeah.
What else do we got here?
It's like World War One.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. 1879, the 41st Grand National, Gary Moore aboard 5-1 Chance the Liberator, won by 2 lengths from Jackal. That sounds like cricket.
Race.
What?
Sounds like a horse race.
Oh, it does sound like a horse race. Okay. 1881. I thought it was cricket. That's why I marked it. 1881, greatest show on Greatest Show on Earth, formed by P.T. Barnum and James Anthony Bailey.
Yeah, Barnum and Bailey.
4 years later, the U.S. Salvation Army was officially organized, and here we go. The Salvation Army. Now, if you're going to donate to anywhere, donate to Salvation Army. Donate to don't know the other ones, but avoid Goodwill. Goodwill does not do anything towards the homeless. In fact, they are a completely for-profit company. They don't do anything for donations at all. Like they utilize ignorance for people to give them free stuff for them to turn around and sell at 100% profit. Nothing goes to help anybody. Nothing. 1891, the first World Weightlifting Championship was won by Edward Lawrence in London. 1900s now, 1904, the Japanese troops advanced in Korea, defeating the Russians at Chengdu and captured the town. 1910, the first seaplane took off from water under its own power, piloted by Henry Fabre from the Etang de Bière Lagoon in Martigues, France.
Can't say underwater.
No, not underwater. From water under its own power.
Okay.
Not underwater.
Okay.
But look at that. How did that get in the air? Look at that thing.
That's wild.
Now, how did that get in the air? How did he get on that?
That's a bigger question. I can see how it get in the air.
The damn thing looks like a sawhorse. Let's take a look
It's
at
actually
this.
sitting on top of the wings.
Yeah, well,
They don't look like wings, but that's what it is.
well, no, the
That's
wings
another-
are in the
another
front
picture.
and the back.
That's another picture of it, is it?
Yeah, this is on the front. No, he's not sitting on the wings. The wings are in the front. There's things here and things here.
Yeah.
He's sitting on like a 2x4 in the middle, or something. I'm trying to find a good image here. Here we go. This one looks better. Open image in new tab. There we go. Yeah, you see that?
Okay.
He's just on like some I-beam or something.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Weird wings.
1913, Guatemala became a signatory to the Buenos Aires Copyright Treaty. Cool. 1917, Jews were expelled from Tel Aviv and Jaffa by Turkish authorities. That sounds weird to say, knowing that the Jews now occupy Tel Aviv. 1918, General John J. Pershing during World War I canceled the 42nd Rainbow Division's orders to Roland-Part for further training and diverted it to occupy the Baccarat sector. Rainbow Division became, quote, the first U.S. division to take over an entire sector on its own, which it held longer than any other U.S. division-occupied sector alone for a period of 3 months, end quotes. D-I-B-I-S-I-O-N. There we go. So that's pretty cool. 1918, Finnish Civil War on the so-called Bloody Maundy Thursday of Tampere. The Whites forced the Reds to attack the city center, where the city's fiercest battles being fought in Kalevenenkanagas, with large casualties on both sides. During the same day, an explosion at the Red headquarters of Tampere killed several commanders. Jeez. 1920, Anton Denkin's White Russian troops were defeated by Bolsheviks and Soviets at Novorossiysk on the Black Sea. The British aid Denkin in his escape. So this is all during the Soviet Revolution, when they were taking over everything, violently. There's the Bolsheviks, the Reds, the Whites, but no, this was Finnish. Actually, this first one was Finnish. Well, I guess they were also taking over. I don't know, because Russia and Finland have been fighting each other for a while now. By this time, 1922, the first microfilm device was introduced. Yep, we saw some of that at the Spy Museum in Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow, you remember that?
Yeah, well, I still have that book. I have that, remember I have that long, thin painting? It actually used to hang right there. Not a painting, but it was like a whole poster thing.
But I can't exactly picture it.
1924, 83rd Grand National, Bob Trudeau won aboard 25-1, shot Master Robert, last GN from a general riding start. Now familiar tape introduced the following year. That sounds like another horse race thing there. 27, Majestic Theater opened at 245 West 44th Street, New York City. Designed with a modern Spanish exterior and French revival-style interior by architect Herbert J. Krapp. It is the largest of 3 theater and hotel development coulets by Irving Channon. What a horrible name to be in design. Crap. Is it crappy? If he was a good designer, then crappy is a good thing. You'd think, right? Is it a crappy design? Is it from him? But yeah, here's the exterior. It just looks like any other building. I mean, does this look?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it looks nice with all the stonework and everything, but
nothing.
Yeah,
nothing to stop and take a picture of.
Yeah, it just looks like another New York City building. Although this balcony right in the middle of a solid wall is weird, but
and there's a balcony also below it.
Yeah, well, the balcony. This one runs the whole way. This one you have a solid wall. This is almost like a solid wall breaker. Although it's just one door.
I wonder if you can step out.
There's a door right here. I can see it.
Yeah, I wonder if you can step out at intermission up there. Is that the point?
Probably not, because this is connected to roof access. So, this might be like an escape thing.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the use of the balcony. That's just to get on the roof.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What else do we got here? 1929, Democratic Constitution went into effect in Ecuador. Good. 1930, Turkish cities Constantinople and Angora changed their names to Istanbul and Ankara, respectively. So this is the date. Up until now, they used to be called Constantinople and Angora, and now they're called Istanbul and Ankara. 3 years later, the Imperial Airways biplane, the city of Liverpool, was believed to be the first airliner lost to sabotage when a passenger set a fire on board. Wow. What a stupid passenger. 1935, influential Nazi propaganda film Triumph of the Will, released showing Nuremberg rallies, commissioned by Adolf Hitler and directed by Leni Riefenstahl. Okay, weird name. 35, Robert Goddard used gyroscopes to control a rocket. Yeah, they need that just to keep it stable.
Yeah.
Oh. 39, Philip Berry's comic play Philadelphia Story about a socialite's impending wedding premiered at the Schubert Theater in New York City. Star with Katharine Hepburn also led the 1940 film version. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
She was a big movie star.
Yeah, that's cool. She played a role on stage,
Yeah, on stage.
and then she played the same role on the silver screen. That's awesome. 39 as well, Spanish Civil War ended as Madrid fell to the nationalists headed by Francisco Franco after a 3-year siege. Oh. Yep. 1940, construction began on the exhibition center to host the Thessaloniki International Trade Fair. I'm going to do a surface level scratch of that article right there. Let's see this. Oh, here we go. Abbreviated TIF, or, oh, hey, look at that. It's my name. It's
AO?
yeah, like the Thessaloniki International Fair, abbreviated TIF, or in Greek letters, it's AEO. Look at that. Was an annual, or is an annual international exhibition event held in Thessaloniki, Greece's second largest city. It has been held in the first week of September since 1926, and its opening is traditionally marked by a series of programmatical statements by the Prime Minister of Greece. The 2020 fair was canceled due to the Kung Flu pandemic, the first cancellation since World War II.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, so this is when the construction began for that fair for 1940. Okay, well that's a cool thing. So let's see here. Thessaloniki International Fair. If you want to read more about that, that's going to be in the Underbar section after the live stream. Moving on up to 1940 as well. During World War II, 2 Dutch Fokker fighter plane crews shot down British RAF bomber near Rotterdam. That sounds like friendly fire to me. Like Dutch Netherlands, weren't they with us, or were they on the Axis? The Netherlands.
Yeah, no, they should have been with us. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Netherlands, weren't they supposed to be neutral?
Somebody was there. Maybe it was Netherlands. It was neutral.
Aren't the Netherlands always neutral?
Well, not.
Or who am I thinking of?
But the Dutch may have already been taken over from.
Oh no, wait! I'm thinking of Switzerland. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Switzerland's always neutral, right? Right?
Pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking of. Until recently, they joined NATO, which freaking pisses me off. 1942, British naval forces raid Nazi-occupied French port of Saint-Nazaire. During World War II, a British combined force permanently disabled the Louis Jubark Lock in Saint-Nazaire in order to keep the German battleship Tirpitz away from the mid-ocean convoy lanes. The Nazaire raid, Operation Chariot, obsolete British destroyer HMS Campbelltown, rigged with explosives and flying German flags, rammed the gates of German-occupied Saint-Nazaire port in France and self-detonated, killing 360 Germans and disabling the dry dock for the duration of the war. So this was an incredible thing. They basically took an out-of-date ship, as I read, and they loaded it up and they rammed it into the dry dock section of this port, permanently disabling it, and they also did something involving the Tirpitz to keep it out of action and all that stuff. It was a very, very bold and crazy maneuver. 1944, Astrid Lindgren sprained ankle and began writing Pippi Longstocking. Yeah, so that's the origin of that.
Never heard of Pippi Longstocking.
I just know the name. I never.
No, you're better than I am. See?
Oh. 1945, the last German V-1 buzz bomb attack on London. Loons time, 1946.
There it is.
Actually, it's not.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were born before this date in 46.
A month before.
Yeah. U.S. State Department released the Ashton-Lisnell report outlining a plan for the international control of nuclear power. Yep, we need to do that. 49, English astronomer Fred Hoyle coined the term Big Bang in a BBC radio talk while actually arguing for the alternative steady state theory. It's telling me to image search
What is that?
Well, instead of a Big Bang,
What's a steady state theory or whatever you said?
Well, let me look at that up here really quick. Steady.
I haven't heard that.
Neither have I. So steady state.
So it got coined.
Steady state model.
Okay.
In cosmology, the steady state model or steady state theory was an alternative to the Big Bang theory. In the steady state model, the density of matter in the expanding universe remains unchanged due to a continuous creation of matter,
that makes sense.
thus adhering to the perfect cosmological principle. So basically, it says that matter just constantly is manifesting into existence to feed the expansion. And it's not just an expansion of a finite matter.
No, it said it's not expanding at all. It's stable. It's right there. Never changing. That's what it's saying.
It's saying that the density of matter in the expanding universe remains unchanged. So it's saying the universe is expanding, but it's saying the density remains the same.
So it's never changing.
Yes.
So the universe can expand, but all the mass within it is not changing. It's staying put. That's what I get out of it.
But no, if it's staying put, then how can it be expanding?
Well,
Wait, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I'm not sure. To me, it sounds like, and pardon, something's weird with my computer. To me, it sounds like let me reread this.
yeah.
In the steady state model, the density of matter in the expanding universe remains unchanged due to a continuous creation of matter. So to me, that sounds like that the universe is indeed, in this theory, it states that the universe is expanding, but the density does not change, not because it's not moving, but because new matter is constantly being added to it to balance out the expansion.
Therefore, the matter stays put because new matter is being added as it expands. But it's saying it stays put.
I guess so. I'm gonna add this into the underbar section.
It's
here.
wrong anyway.
Steady.
You know, that's an old theory that is totally.
Well, it might be wrong. It might be right. We don't know.
True.
So we only know what the commonly accepted theory is, which means that which is currently the Big Bang.
Which could be ever changing.
And before the Big Bang theory, there is creationism. So you know, who's to say that we're suddenly right just because it's current accepted form? 1953, stock exchange opened, dikes closed, raised 5,200,000 guilders. So
Dikes closed.
Well, like for Netherlands,
Yeah.
guilders and all that stuff. And they are they all like a massive, like they have a bunch of dikes and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of flooded areas.
Yeah, it's all.
So-
It's mostly reclaimed land. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So that's why I don't know. Stock exchanges open, dikes closed. I don't know. It raised over 5 million guilders. Is all it's saying there. 1955, New Zealand cricket all out for 26 versus
stop.
England at Eden Park. Hey. 57, the first national curling championship was held. 59, 11 days after Tibet uprising, China dissolved Tibet's government and installed the Panchen Lama. So here we go. 1960, Pope John appointed the first Japanese, African, and Filipino cardinals. Awesome. 1960 as well, Scotch whiskey factory exploded, burying 20 firefighters in Glasgow,
man.
Scotland. Not Washington, Scotland. 1962, devastating 8-for-6 spell by West Indian spin bowler Lance Gibbs gave home side innings and 30-run third test win over India in Bridgetown. I'll give you a hint as to what that was.
What was that?
Cricket.
Oh, God.
Come on. 1963, AFL's New York Titans became the New York Jets. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, now you do. 63 as well, civil rights movement. Over 100 high school students conducted a sit-in to protest in Rome, Georgia. 1 year later, we have the discovery of Epstein-Barr virus, the first human tumor virus, identified by pathologist English Anthony Epstein and Yvonne Barr, published in The Lancet. By the way, did you hear that there's like this Epstein-looking guy out in Florida or something? Like, his name is like Palm Beach Brian or whatever the hell his name is or something.
What does he have to do with Epstein, though?
He looks exactly like Epstein.
No,
like,
I didn't know anything about it.
And I'm starting to believe that he actually is Epstein because like people have been comparing his face to Epstein, exact same, like nose width, the teeth are the exact same, the eye width are the. He's Epstein. He's absolutely Epstein. So he's still alive. What else do we got here? 1964, first true pirate radio station, England's Radio Caroline, began regular transmission at noon from the MV Caroline off the coast of Suffolk. So the birth of pirate radio. 64, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in London unveiled figures of the Beatles. The waxworks later appeared on the Sgt. Pepper album cover. Yeah. 1965, a MW 7.4 earthquake in Chile set off a series of tailings dam failures, burying the town of El Cabra and killing at least 500 people. Yikes. 1967, UN Secretary General U Thant made public proposals for peace in Vietnam. Yep, it didn't happen for a while, though. 68, Brazilian high school student Edson Luis de Lima Soto was killed by military police at a student protest. 1969, Greek poet and Nobel Prize laureate Georgios Severis made a famous statement on the BBC World Service opposing the junta in Greece. 1970, 1,086 people died when a 7.4 earthquake destroyed 254 villages in Gediz, Turkey. Wow. Earthquake struck western Turkey at about 23:05, so 11:05 at night, local time, killing 1,086 people and injuring at least 1,200 others, destroying 254 villages. That's ridiculous. 1971, last original edition of the Ed Sullivan Show broadcast on CBS TV. Yeah.
Really big shoe.
Yeah. Actually, you want to see a really big shoe? I'll show you a big shoe really quick. Let me
Supposed
hear.
to be show, but
shoe.
Really big shoe.
Oh, you want to see a really big shoe? Check out that shoe right there.
Always like this. That looks like a Shaq shoe.
It's just an enormous shoe.
Yeah.
So, what else we got here? 1972, Elvis Presley recorded his final top 10 hit, a cover of "Burning Love," a song written by Dennis Lind and first recorded by Arthur Alexander.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, neither have I. 72, Wilt Chamberlain played his last pro basketball game.
I think he was a Laker, right?
Let's see here. NBA legend Wilt Chamberlain, yada yada yada. University of Kansas, Harlem Globetrotters, Philadelphia Warriors. Let's see here, yada yada yada. Chamberlain, Dominic Kane. It's not telling me any other.
You'd have to go
Philadelphia 76ers, Los Angeles Lakers in 72. There you go.
So he had to be a Laker. Okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he retired in 73. Yeah, so he was a Laker at this time.
He dropped out of school. Kansas or wherever it was. I don't know if he played there a couple of years, whatever. But he couldn't go to the NBA back in the day because you had to have 4 years of college.
Yes.
So he went into the Harlem Globetrotters so he could make some money.
Oh, okay. Well, didn't you tell me something like... I remember a story you told me a while ago about somebody and he was like 6 months away from being of legal age or something. Was that Kobe or is that...
Kobe, yeah.
Okay.
He was 17. They waited till he was 18 to sign.
Okay.
I mean, he still went to... he was there in time to be there before the season started to work with the team and the whole bit. So there's no delay. They just waited for him to sign.
Yeah. 1974, the rock group Raspberries broke up. I wonder if they all did this to each other. You know? 75 as well, NHL Washington Capitals won the first road game on road after 37 straight road losses.
Wow.
Well, there has to be an end to everything. 77, 49th Academy Awards, Rocky, Peter Finch, and Faye Dunaway won. 78, the U.S. Supreme Court handed down a 5-3 decision in Stump versus Sparkman, a controversial case involving involuntary sterilization and judicial immunity.
And his name was Stump?
And Sparkman.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I knew someone named Stump once.
Yeah, so. But he wasn't going through that.
Yeah, well. 79, a partial meltdown at the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant in the U.S. resulted in the release of radioactive gas and iodine into the atmosphere, but no deaths. A coolant leak at the 3 Mile Island's Unit 2 nuclear reactor outside Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, led to the core overheating and a partial meltdown. And here we go, an aerial shot of good old 3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
Yep. 1979, Frank Lazarus and Dick Vosbor's staged musical comedy A Day in Hollywood, A Night in Ukraine premiered at the Mayfair Theatre in London, England. That sounds
weird.
like... I know, that sounds like something out of today's world. A Day in Hollywood, A Night in Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know? That's literally happening. You go to Hollywood, to Academy Awards, you grab your Oscar, you praise the devil, and then you go to freaking
Ukraine,
and then you freaking
makes no sense.
Well, they're all together, you know? Like, it's all part of the system. So, 1991, Martina Navratilova defeated 16-year-old U.S. tennis prodigy Andrea Jaeger 6-3, 7-6 in the final of the WTA Tour Championships at Madison Square Garden in New York City. 81, Viv Richards scored century for the first test at his home in Antigua. Awesome, congratulations. That's cricket.
Oh, I didn't even get it. Would you stop talking about horse races?
82, 12th Easter Steel Telethon raised $19,500,000. 85, International Cometary Explorer measures solar wind ahead of Halley. So, comets. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Halley's comet and everything.
Yeah.
And I wonder what the findings were. 1989, AO's time.
Yeah.
New Zealand won America's Cup over Stars and Stripes in a New York court.
Whoa. Not so good to start
Yep.
AO time.
Yeah, well, I mean, AO time actually did start in 87. I just didn't read that article. It's 1989, the Louvre Pyramid, designed by I.M. Pei, was inaugurated by French President Francois Mitterrand in Paris. And here it is.
Yeah.
Showed that earlier.
See, that
And
just doesn't fit in.
it does not.
Not at
It
all.
absolutely does
and you
not.
see it live, you go, well, maybe it's better than live. You figure,
No.
no,
No, I don't like
no.
it. They need to tear this down. They need to
See,
take
the
this.
whole Louvre Museum is underground. You go down.
Yeah, well, I see that. There's a
Yeah.
massive hole. But I want to see what the Palace of Versailles looked like, truthfully. You know, I want to see what it looked like during the time of King Louis.
Well, you just take all that structure out, and it was all the same. The whole courtyard. They just built this in the courtyard.
Yeah, well, if they get rid of this, then they can hold things in the courtyard.
Yeah.
So, 1990, Michael Jordan scored 69 points. Fourth time he scored 60 points plus in a game. Good. And like I have to, like I am bound by moral law. That's how you have to pronounce his name.
I know.
Like
I know. According to you, I don't have to, but you do.
Well, no, everybody does. You know, just if you don't, then you're breaking the law. What law? I don't know, but you're breaking it. 1990 as well, U.S. President George H.W. Bush posthumously awarded Jesse Owens the Congressional Gold Medal. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Jesse Owens, huge inspiration. 91, Mike Tyson admits paternity in Manhattan family court to Kimberly Scarborough's infinite daughter. Infinite daughter. Infinite daughter? That sounds horrifying. 93, Nabisco Dina Shore Women's Golf, Mission Hills Country Club. Helen Alfredsson of Sweden won her only major title, 2 strokes ahead of 3 runners-up. First non-U.S. citizen to win the event as a major. Cool. Mm-hmm. We also have a Type 2 supernova was detected in M81 NGC 3031. 94, armed Zulus demonstrated in Johannesburg. Over 53 people were killed. In South Africa, African National Congress security guards killed dozens of Inkatha Freedom Party protesters. So, and these have to be the same thing, although these are probably 2 different events, but it's the same day. And Johannesburg is in South Africa, right?
Yeah.
And dozens equate to 53, just multiple dozens. So, actually 4 dozen is under 53. 95, world's largest bank, Japan's Mitsubishi Bank and the Bank of Tokyo merged, even though the Rothschilds own the largest bank. 2001, Athens International Airport, Eleftherios Venizelos began operation. 2003, in the friendly fire incident, 2 U.S. A-10 Thunderbolt IIs from the 190th Fighter Squadron attacked British tanks participating in the invasion of Iraq, killing British soldier Matty Hull. Oh, yeah, friendly fire. Not good stuff. 2005, the Sumatran earthquake rocked Indonesia and at magnitude 8.7 was the second strongest earthquake since 1960, killing over 1,000 people. Jeez. 2006, at least 1 million union members, students, and unemployed took to the streets in France to protest at the government's proposed first employment contract law. 2007, Sri Lankan cricket fast bowler Lasith Maligida produced unprecedented sequence of 4 wickets and 4 balls as South Africa scrambled to a 1-wicket Super 8 ICC World Cup win in Guyana.
Come
awesome.
on, more horse races? What the hell?
2009, the first cases of H1N1 swine flu in the United States occurred in 2 people in California. Once again, as the saying goes, the vaccine was not brought out for coronavirus. Coronavirus was brought out for the vaccine. They've been trying to push, swine flu, bird flu, mad cow disease, this, that, the other. They've been trying to push crap for 30 years. Finally, something stuck. 2013, 15 students were killed and 7 were injured after a mortar struck Damascus University. That's terrible. The banks of Cyprus reopened after having been closed for 2 weeks. The government agreed to a €10 billion bailout deal with the EU and International Monetary Foundation. 2013, Pope Francis became the first pope to wash the feet of women in the Maundy Thursday service. It's an interesting thing to document. Why is he washing people's feet? 2014, Russia increased the price of gas to Ukraine by 80%. Of course they did. Britain introduced the first new pound coin in 30 years with secret security feature inside to stop counterfeiting. And we have like it shows you some kind of something in here.
Whatever they have, yeah.
Yeah. It shows you what's inside the coin and everything. That's really cool.
Yeah.
2017, the U.S. confirmed it was likely behind the airstrike in Mosul, Iraq, that led to the collapse of a building that killed more than 100 civilians. We also have U.S. President Donald Trump sign energy independence executive order undoing Obama climate-controlled measures. Good.
You're not kidding, good.
The world's largest dinosaur footprint, measuring 1.7 meters, was found in Kimberley, Western Australia. It's a big foot.
1.7 meters?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Let's take a look at this.
That's almost 3-4 feet.
Let's see. Yeah. Bigger this. Wow, look at that thing right there.
Yeah.
That's a huge footprint.
Sheesh.
I would not want to... I mean, that has to belong to one of the long necks. Like, it wouldn't belong to a T-Rex or something.
I don't know. It's huge.
No. Yeah. If anybody can let us know in the comment section, what this... what dinosaur made this footprint, that'd be great. 2018, at least 68 people died and scores were injured in a fire caused by a prison riot in the cells of the Carabobo State Police Headquarters in Valencia, Venezuela. Why are you housing prisoners in the headquarters? That doesn't make any sense.
No, the police headquarters.
Yeah.
But in the prison part of
it. The Carabobo State Police Headquarters.
Okay.
A prison riot in the cells at the Carabobo State Police Headquarters.
There's a jail there.
Huh.
At the police headquarters, there's a jail. Pretty big one if they're having that kind of riots.
That's weird. 2018, Captain Steve Smith and David Warner were suspended by Cricket Australia for 12 months and Cameron Bancroft for 9 months for their part in the infamous ball tampering scandal in South Africa. We've been talking about that for the past couple of days. Me?
Horse.
Oh.
Race.
Ah, okay. I thought you were trying to pretend to be a pony or something. I don't know. 2018, North Korea.
Not that it was a horse. That's good.
Yeah. 2018, North Korea's Kim Jong-un met Chinese leader Xi Jinping, also known as Winnie the Pooh, in Beijing, West Taiwan. His first trip outside of North Korea since coming to power in 2011. 2019, European Parliament banned single-use plastics, including cutlery and straws, by 2021. 2019 as well, a study of the 71-year-old British woman who has never felt pain for the first time understood as due to a gene mutation published in British Journal of Anesthesia. So that's somebody who couldn't feel pain. That's weird. U.S. President Donald Trump in 2020 made a projection that 240,000 U.S. citizens could die from the Kung flu, even with restrictions in place.
Not feeling pain is really dangerous. It's really horrible.
Oh, absolutely, because you don't know if you're burning.
Yes, your defense mechanism.
Yes, absolutely. And this, Trump, shame on you for fear-mongering here. 2022, actor Will Smith issued an apology on Instagram to Oscars host Chris Rock for slapping him live on stage during the ceremony.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
We covered that yesterday. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, one of the best governors this country has ever seen in the entire history of the planet, signed the so-called "Don't Say Gay" bill, that had nothing to do with the bill whatsoever. limiting LGBTQ alphabet mafia classroom instruction according to liberals, when in reality it prohibits discussion of sexual nature to children.
Yes.
That's all it was.
Yes.
It had nothing to do about don't say gay, but they of course had to, blah blah. They're trying to.
They had to tag it to make it sound awful.
Yeah, no, they're trying to oppress us. No, we're trying to get you to stop, putting sexual thoughts in our children. What about that is so difficult to understand? Yeah. But no, they're pedophiles.
Children are off limits. Period.
To anyone who calls it this, unironically, to anyone who actually supports liberals, you're a pedophile. Plain and simple. 2023, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris visits former slave port Cape Coast Castle in Ghana as part of her tour in Ghana, Tanzania, and Zambia. Was she shopping?
She's playing the race card.
Well, don't forget, she is descendant of a slave owner.
Yeah.
So
she's playing the black card.
Well, she's not even black. She's Indian.
She considers that politically that she's black.
Well,
she's coined as the first black vice president.
Even though she has no African heritage at all.
But you don't have to be from Africa to be black. There's other black cultures.
She's Indian. By heritage.
I'm not talking about her.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I know what you're saying, and it's crap because it's not true.
Probably when you think of true blacks, you have to think of Africa. Yes.
Where is she descended from?
The moon? I don't know.
Well,
the way she acts, I would say the moon.
No, she is, by blood Indian, as far as I'm aware.
I don't know. I really don't know her heritage at all.
But she's not Hispanic. She's definitely not African.
No, she's not Hispanic.
She's not black. She's Indian.
She's a mix.
But she's also the descendant of slave. So that's why I said, is she visiting a former slave port to get all nostalgic? 2024, bus crash killed 45 Easter pilgrims from Botswana in South Africa, with one child surviving a 50-meter drop off the bridge near Mokopan. Wow.
A kid survived?
That is pretty much as astounding as that flight attendant who survived that crash. Yeah, jettisoning out of the front of the aircraft.
300 feet.
Yeah. Yikes. 2024, Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of FTX Exchange, was sentenced to 25 years in prison after being convicted of fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering. That was that whole cryptocurrency bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Which a lot of high-profile people were involved in that. Wasn't the Great Deflator part of that himself as well?
I don't know who that is.
Tom Brady. Wasn't Tom Brady part of that?
I've never heard that before.
I don't know.
No, as far as I know, he wasn't. You could be right.
Yeah, or maybe it was Mr. Beast. I'm not sure. Or actually, no. I think it was one of the Paul brothers, Logan or whatever the hell Paul, whoever the other one was. 2025, last but not least, 7.7 magnitude earthquake followed by a 6.4 magnitude aftershock struck central Myanmar, causing devastating damage across Southeast Asia, leaving more than 4,400 people dead, at least 7,000 injured, and hundreds of missing persons. So, yeah, the other source says it struck close to Mandalay in Myanmar with a magnitude of 7.7, killing over 5,400 people. So we have another 1,000 according to that. So between 44 to 5,400 people dead. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion between two sources. Look at all this. Everything we've gone through over the past 48 minutes. We are way under our hour. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, it's up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, and a yearn to learn, to see outside what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from your own, and find a better way to be better to one another. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I'm AO Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you, of course, are you. What did I just touch? Okay. Yeah. And until next time, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Yeah, I saluted and you caught my elbow.
Ah, okay. there.